of our Knoxville Hospital and Clinic's Red Rock Clinic Pella radio pregame show. The JV game is in the books. The Indianola girls won that JV contest. Now the varsity teams have taken to the floor, and we'll continue with more pregame coverage from Eagle Lane in Pella right after this on 94.3 KNIA.
Heinz Mechanical will be at the Home and Garden Show at the Iowa Event Center in Des Moines, February 24th through the 27th. Heinz Mechanical will be showing off their Bosch and Hydran Mutual geothermal systems and Lochinvar boilers. Your home should be comfortable no matter the weather. Call Steve at Heinz Mechanical today at 515-337-2074. Again, that's Heinz Mechanical, 515-337-2074.
Would you look at the time? It's tax time. You already know H&R Block does taxes, but here's what you may not know when you file with H&R Block, like how you can get expert help in person or virtually. Plus, our tax pros average 10 years of experience. You can even request to work with the same tax pro every year, and your biggest possible refund is always guaranteed. No one offers more ways to help with your taxes than H&R Block. At H&R Block, help is here.
Visit H&R Block, Pella, Oskaloosa.
Ever get tired of everyone advertising rates like it's all they have to offer? Like auto rates.
3.09 APR, 3.94%, 4.72%.
Greater Iowa Credit Union is more than just rates. Greater Iowa supports local organizations, awards thousands in scholarships and classroom grants, and volunteers in our community. But in case you're wondering, they have great rates too. Current auto rates are as low as
1.99% APR.
Learn more at gicu.org.
You gave your kids a new puppy or kitten for Christmas. Let's make sure we take care of him. This is Dr. Tim Yoder with Tri-County Veterinary Clinic in Pella, and we have a new puppy and kitten program that provides the attention they need. It involves physical exams, vaccinations, diets, and most importantly, information for you so that you can provide the best care for your new family member. Schedule your new puppy or kitten visit by calling Tri-County Veterinary Clinic in Pella.
They're the veterinarians.
Yes, we are. We're the veterinarians.
They take care of pets because they love them.
Details Plus Collision Center is Indianola's first choice for auto body and collision repair, winning numerous Best of Warren County awards. Details Plus will work with your insurance company, provides a fast turnaround, and all work is guaranteed. From dings to dents to complete totals, they do it all. Looking to upgrade your truck with a spray-on truck liner or a tonneau cover from Access Covers? They can help with that too. When you need auto body repair, the difference between one shop and the next are the little details. Details Plus Collision Center in Indianola.
At the Pella and Knoxville Hy-Vee stores, we're hiring for a flex shopper position. You choose when and where you work. In addition to a flexible schedule, you'll get a 10% employee discount on groceries, and health insurance is available, even for part-time employees. It's simple to apply at Hy-Vee.com, or stop in the store at the Knoxville or Pella Hy-Vee and get an instant interview.
Hy-Vee, where there's a helpful smile in every aisle.
The game is about to start, and the guests are about to arrive. Did you forget about the food? Don't worry. Godfather's Pizza Express in Indianola has you covered. Stop into one of their two Indianola locations at 1201 North Jefferson Way or 2001 West 2nd Avenue and carry out one of your favorite Godfather's famous pizzas, or have it delivered. The Godfather Pizza Express at 1201 North Jefferson Way offers delivery from 4 to 9 p.m., Friday through Sundays. Get a great Godfather's Pizza at a great price. Godfather's Pizza Express in Indianola.
At Ulrich Ford & Lincoln, area residents have trusted us since 1935, and they trust us today as we continue taking care of you. A big part of that trust is because we're here after the sale with local service, and that's especially important in today's technology age. There can be a big learning curve when you buy a new vehicle, and we're here for you to stop by anytime with any question, no matter how big or small. So for your next vehicle purchase, find out for yourself why so many area residents trust Ulrich Ford & Lincoln in Pella, where we're taking care of you.
Welcome back inside of the Knoxville Hospital and Clinic's Red Rock Clinic Pella radio pregame show. It's Indianola and Pella Christian tonight on 94.3 KNIA. I'm Trevor Castle alongside Andrew Swadner. And let's take a look at tonight's colors of the game presented by Pella Engraving and Sign. Pella Christian is in their home white jerseys with the maroon lettering and numerals and trim. And for the Indianola Indians?
They're in their away purples. They got white and then the gold trim on the numbers, so not just the white, which is always really good to see. I like that little extra definition on the numbers here from these Indianola away jerseys. And then I believe everyone on the Indian squad also sports the white shoes, I think. Some of them switch off and on, and then some of them, there's the purple shoes. Never mind. So
yeah, there's a little bit of color.
Disregard that.
Well, I would say mostly white.
Yeah.
Light. How about that?
Light shoes.
Tonight's colors of the game presented by Pella Engraving and Sign. Whether it's a colorfully designed event banner, car wrap, or business sign, let the professionals at Pella Engraving and Sign bring it to life. Tonight's game time temperature is presented by Van Haften Plumbing and Heating. I don't really think it matters what the number says. I've got 3 degrees. It's freaking cold outside. It's just
cold.
Brutally cold. There's wind. Just filling up with gas the minute that it took to, put the credit card in and give them the zip code and then the Hy-Vee fuel saver. And no, I don't want a car wash because it's going to freeze to my car. You're outside for like a minute and you just are like bone-chilling cold. It's cold.
I don't want a receipt. I want to be back inside my car while I'm filling up
as
with
quickly
gas.
as possible. Of course, as this cold weather sweeps through Iowa, if your home isn't staying comfortable during our cold Iowa winter, make sure to call in the heating and cooling experts at Van Haften Plumbing and Heating in Pella, because you'll rest easy when you pick up the phone and hear
Van Haften.
All right, Andrew, while we have just a moment before we head to break here, we'll get the starting lineups when we come back, and the opening tip presented by Dutch Mill Supply is coming up at 6:15. Don't always have a ton of time between games to talk about the boys' game. That is the main event of the evening tonight. Let's give people a little bit of a sneak preview. An Indianola team that has just been red hot. They have just been shooting out of this world. I did have a birthday dinner for my wife, so I didn't get a chance to see the Indianola Pella game other than watching on Pella Dutch Live YouTube and listening to a little bit of you and Phil Hemming. And I mean, it's like every time you look up, boom, another 3 from Indianola. Boom, another 3 from Indianola. I mean, they have just been shooting the ball lights out. And Pella Christian, a team that's playing pretty well this year. They've won 10 games. They've only lost 4, but they're still looking for a signature win. They've lost to the top teams in the Little Hawkeye Conference. They lost to Des Moines Christian last night. They're still looking for that win that they can hang their hat on.
And you look back at the first time those two teams matched up, Eric Mulder got into foul trouble almost right away.
Yep.
And that changes the game completely. I don't think Indianola played as well as they could have that first matchup, but again, give a lot of credit to the Pella Christian defense. But Indianola, over the last 2 games at Norwalk and at Pella, have been playing their best basketball of the season. And I said it last Friday, the Indianola win at Pella threw the Little Hawkeye Conference standings into whack a little bit. Pella Christian can do the same tonight. With a win, they throw their hat into the ring for a conference title. They still play Pella. They still play DCG. They have a chance tonight. Indianola needs to win to keep pace. They have to play DCG on Friday, which makes tonight, I don't want to say trap game, because everyone knows you respect Pella Christian and their basketball prowess in the Little Hawkeye Conference, but you're 1 game out of first. You win at DC, or win against DCG on Friday. Hey, we have a share for first place in the conference. Just got to not overlook the Eagles here tonight with their, I don't even want to say twin towers. We'll say trio, quad towers.
And it's just a clash of styles. I mean, Indianola wants to get out and go. They want to, get into transition. They want to shoot in transition. They want to shoot a lot of three-pointers. And Pella Christian's got the size where they can kind of afford to slow it down, grind it out a little bit. I think if J.D. Bohr had his druthers, they'd play the game in the 50s or 60s with the team that he's got this year. Indianola wants to be up in the 70s, right? So, I mean, it is very much who can win that stylistic battle as well.
And it really is, and this has not been an easy place to win for Indianola. 2 years ago, it took a 19-point comeback in the 4th quarter. Heroics from Drew Kingery when he was just a freshman to shoot, I think it was 4 threes from that squad to even compete against the Eagles. Last year, it just took grinding out a win, and this place has not been easy, and stylistically, Pella Christian matches up well with Indianola because they can slow the game down, and it's not always been easy for the Indians' defense sporting those, I will say, post players that, again, 6'3", 6'4" is plenty tall, but you're still giving up 5 inches.
So that's later tonight, the boys' contest between Indianola and Pella Christian. The girls' game is up first, and our opening tip presented by Dutch Mill Supply coming your way in about 10 minutes. We have 4 games on the network tonight that we'll be following with our Stravers Cellular Instant Radio updates on the Marion County Bank radio scoreboard. Andrew and I with this one here on 94.3. Just across town here in Pella, it's another Marion-Warren County showdown between the Dutch and the Norwalk Warriors, and Andrew Schneider has the call on 92.1 KRLS. Derek Cardwell is in Knoxville tonight on 95.3, where the Panthers are taking on EBF. And Alex Cook, returning from a little COVID layoff, is back in action in Monroe as PCM hosts Greene County. So we'll have those scores and more throughout the evening tonight with our Stravers Cellular Instant Radio updates and the Marion County Bank Radio Scoreboard. Let's take a timeout inside of our Knoxville Hospital and Clinics Red Rock Clinic Pella Radio pregame show. Indianola and Pella Christian here on 94.3 KNIA. 94.3 KNIA.
You told us you wanted more data for your money. We listened. U.S. Cellular Prepaid is giving you more data, a lot more. Now you can get 15 gigabytes of data for just $40 with U.S. Cellular Prepaid, with 5G included at no extra charge. Switch today and get more data for your money. U.S. Cellular Prepaid. Terms apply. See uscellular.com for details.
At U.S. Cellular, we value our customers and our community. Accelerate your wireless experience at Stravers Cellular, an authorized agent for U.S. Cellular, located at 826 Main Street in downtown Pella.
You're in the mood for a small town diner. So what exactly are you looking for? Great service and great food at a great value. Try Krause Cafe in Indianola. The wait staff is the best in the area, making you feel right at home from the time you walk in. Krause Cafe's hot roast beef sandwich is award-winning, and their homemade cherry pie has been voted best in Indianola and has been featured in several magazines and travel books. So great service, check. Great food at a great value, check. Fill up at Warren County Small Town Diner Krause Cafe in Indianola.
We're back, and we are handing out even more scholarship money in 2022. Community First Credit Union is awarding $48,000 in scholarships to our members who are planning to attend college or vocational school this fall. If that's you, apply today by visiting cfirstcu.com for a chance to earn free money towards your education. Deadline to submit your application is March 15th. Community First Credit Union is federally insured by the NCUA.
Dedication to consistently provide quality products and customer service. The employees at Precision Pulley and Idler must be dedicated to their jobs so they can meet or exceed the customer's needs. This is why Precision Pulley and Idler stands behind and supports our local student athletes for the effort and dedication they show on the hardwood, wrestling mats, alleys, and throughout their school's hallways. Precision Pulley and Idler encourages our area students to combine a strong work ethic and attitude to achieve their goals this season. Precision Pulley and Idler, we keep it moving.
The wipers in the car go swish, 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 swish. The wipers in the car go swish, swish, swish at Central Tire and Auto.
Winter brings slushy, sleety, icy weather that's even more annoying if your wipers can't keep your windshield clean. For tires, front-end work, their no-appointment oil change, full mechanical work on your vehicle, and the important little things like new wipers, stop and see Sean DeWard and his crew next to Walmart in Pella.
Hi, this is Lonnie DeSort, Petroleum Department Manager at Two Rivers Co-op, inviting you to fill up with gas at Pella's only locally owned gas station. Our Carswell location in Pella is open 24 hours a day, pumping Cenex top-tier gas, and you don't have to be a member of the co-op to use it. Next time you stop by, make sure to ask for a Two Rivers local card, because when you swipe it at the pump, you'll save 4 cents off every gallon every time you fill up. So if you're fed up with the big chains, fill up at Pella's only locally owned gas station, Two Rivers Cooperative.
Welcome back inside of the Knoxville Hospital and Clinics Red Rock Clinic Pella Radio pregame show on 94.3 KNIA. We've got the other Marion-Warren County matchup on the other side of the dial tonight on 92.1 KRLS with Pella and Norwalk. It's now time to take a look at tonight's starting lineups. Andrew Swadner, let's start first with the Indianola starting lineups presented by Vintage Hills Assisted Living and Memory Care Facility.
Well, tonight it'll be the same starting lineup the Indians have featured every game this season, which is always good for a team to be able to show. And it'll be junior guard number 4, Emily Naughton, number 13, junior guard Bryn Ortland, number 14, senior guard Lauren Blake, number 24, senior guard Mara Bishop, and number 34, senior forward Kinsey Johnston.
And those are tonight's Indianola starting lineups presented by Vintage Hills Assisted Living and Memory Care Facility. Vintage Hills of Indianola offers assisted living and memory care in beautiful apartment homes. Get the lifestyle that you want with the services and amenities that'll make your life easier at Vintage Hills of Indianola. And we're just making sure that we've got everything correct for Pella Christian, as they've done a little bit of shuffling of their starting lineups throughout the season. Their starting lineup is presented by Menninga Pest Control, and it will be Jenna Van Manen, Jocelyn Terpstra, Faith Kakmarinsky, Carly Rip Hamilton Anderson, and Claire Vandermolen. Van Manen, Terpstra, Kakmarinsky, Anderson, and Vandermolen for Pella Christian. Tonight's starting lineups presented by Menninga Pest Control. Sean and his team want to kill your bugs.
Call 628-3198. Menninga Pest Control.
We'll step aside for the national anthem here inside of our Knoxville Hospital and Clinics Red Rock Clinic Pella radio pregame show on 94.3 KNIA.
Capital Orthopedics and Sports Medicine is continuing to offer top-notch orthopedic care during these challenging times, and we are expanding. Here to serve you for your comprehensive orthopedic and sports medicine needs locally in Indianola, and with an exciting new service in our Clive location for orthopedic walk-in care, no appointment needed. Capital Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, getting you back in the game. For more information and a list of services, go to dsmcapitalortho.com.
Hey Knoxville, People's Bank is now open and we want you to know. Community banking is back. I'm Bailey Nichols.
I'm Jake Crozier.
I'm Maggie Lovett.
And I'm Emily Wallace.
We're your new People's Bank crew. We are local, we are community focused, and we are here for you. Come see us at 413 East Main Street in Knoxville.
Knoxville is our hometown.
Have you heard? Z's Eatery and Draft House in Indianola has a brand new menu. The new menu features some of the favorites you've grown to love, like their famous Iowa pork tenderloin. But it also features some new items unique to Indianola and only found at Z's Eatery and Draft House, like their new seasonal cocktails. So stop in today, check out what's new, and have some of the best food in Indianola. Z's Eatery and Draft House, where friends become family. Proud supporters of Indianola High School Athletics.
Check out some of our hottest deals of the week available right now at the Hy-Vee stores in Pella and Knoxville. Hormel Always Tender Bone-In Pork Shoulders is just $1.27 a pound. Select varieties of Hy-Vee pasta are only 77 cents a box. 16-ounce containers of Hy-Vee French onion dip are buy one, get one free. And select varieties of Lay's, Fritos, Cheetos, or Kettle Chips are only $1.99 each when you buy 3. These hot deals are available now until Tuesday, January 25th at the Pella and Knoxville Hy-Vees.
It's nice to know that the products we grow are meant for this area, not for the whole nation. That's something that a lot of seed companies can't do. Champion selects hybrids that work countywide, statewide. We have a couple products in the corn lineup that they tell us don't sell. They're meant for the dry land. They're not meant for this area. But most of them want standability. They want a product that's going to stand until December when the snow flies. We're a price competitive and product competitive company.
Learn more at plantchampion.com.
This month at Pella Motors, new cars are arriving every day. With hundreds of vehicles in transit, stop in and talk to one of our specialists to reserve your vehicle today. Receive up to $4,000 off a 21 Jeep Grand Cherokee, $12,050 off Buick Encore GXs, or while you're here, you can lock into 0% financing on several Buick and Chevrolet models. It's a new year, and we're still dealing at Pella Motors. Stop in or see us online at PellaMotors.com.
Thanks for listening to the Knoxville Hospital and Clinics Red Rock Clinic Pella radio pregame show on 94.3 KNIA. The Knoxville Hospital and Clinics Red Rock Clinic in Pella is your cornerstone to health. I'm Trevor Castle, joined alongside by Andrew Swadner, and tonight we're getting you set for Pella Christian and Indianola, and it's a Little Hawkeye Conference matchup between the 11-3 Indians, who are 7-1 in Little Hawkeye Conference play, and the 2-13 Pella Christian Eagles, who are searching for their first league victory here tonight. It is a tall order for PC against an Indianola team, Andrew, that very much has aspirations of winning the Little Hawkeye Conference championship this year.
Well, I think not winning a conference championship, again, would be a disappointment. Fell by 1 game to DCG last year. But again, further aspirations for this team now that they've moved down into Class 4A2. So using these games as an opportunity to continually improve is important for Indianola as they want to make a splash in postseason play. Generally, they get to a regional final up against Johnston or Waukee, as we've seen in the last couple of years. And unfortunately fall to a much bigger school, and they see an opportunity this year down in Class 4A instead of 5A.
Tonight's game is being brought to you by BSN Sports and Windmill Print and Stitch in Pella. Windmill Print and Stitch is a locally owned decorated apparel company right here in Pella, and they're a proud partner of BSN Sports. If you need apparel for your team or business, call Phil Hemming with BSN Sports at 620-8337 or stop into the BSN Sports Windmill Print and Stitch office on Southeast 14th Street in Pella. Enough chit-chatting out of us. We're ready for the opening tip, presented by Dutch Mill Supply in Pella, your only locally owned lumberyard and building material supplier.
It's the Tulip City road trip for Indianola, again at Pella last week, and then here at Pella Christian this Tuesday. And it's always kind of fun to come back to back and play these two schools, and then it's right back at home against DCG later this week. Feels like the conference season just never lets up.
And it's been fun the way that it's worked out the last couple of years, where it's always been when Pella plays Norwalk, PC plays Indianola. When Pella plays Indianola, PC plays Norwalk. We get the Marion County, Warren County matchups in full effect.
Absolutely.
Opening tip presented by Dutch Mill Supply is controlled by Indianola, and the Indians will set up from left to right in their road purple jerseys here inside of the Pella Real Estate Services radio broadcast booth, live on 94.3 KNIA. Kick into the right corner. Three ball is on the way and short. Weak side rebound pops off to Naughton. Again, Indianola from left to right. Drive inside. Shot no good. Couple of offensive rebounds for Lauren Blake. Eventually draws a foul on Pella Christian. And Lauren Blake heading to the free throw line on the foul by Faith Kakmarinsky.
3 offensive rebounds by the Indians on that possession. Granted, 2 of them were from Lauren Blake missing her own shot, but some of the Eagles have to do a lot better on keeping these easy points off the board. And I'll say, Trevor, Pella Christian knows the scouting report. Play zone, pack it in, force Indianola to beat you in the half court. That's what we saw with maybe a 1-2-2-3-2 look coming out for the Eagles.
First free throw good, second free throw good, and Indianola jumps out to a 2-0 lead, 24 seconds in. And here comes some full court pressure out of the Indians, little 1-2-2 look. And the Eagles moving from right to left, throw it away. That was one of our keys to the game. Pella Christian's really got to limit their turnovers. First possession, first turnover.
Well, they had the right look. The pass was to the person it needed to be as they get it down into the corner for Bishop, and she takes the 3 and hits. But again, it just has to be a better pass there from the Eagles if they want to break that press.
And then another turnover for Pella Christian, looking for Carly Anderson in front of the Eagles bench. And it's just out of her reach. Anderson playing with the face guard, had a broken nose that was suffered in the Norwalk game last week, and so she's battling through that with the plastic over the face. Indianola trying to work it inside, and last touch by the Indians.
And I'll
turnover
say
underneath.
again, credit to the Pella Christian coaching staff. That's a play Indianola ran against Grinnell 7-8 times that entire game, and it was really tough for the Tigers to adjust. Pella Christian sniffed it out. That's what you see on film right there, being put right into the game.
Pella Christian breaks the pressure without putting the ball on the floor. Good movement. And now a 3 from Van Manen. Boom! From the top of the key, Jenna Van Manen. And it's 5-3 Indianola.
And we see the power of the pass there. Talking with Chris Larson a couple weeks ago, Indianola at Norwalk. Every time Norwalk came down the floor and broke this Indianola press without pass or without dribbling, they scored.
And here's a shot fake on a three-pointer. Post up inside. Little body bump by Pella Christian. A foul will be called on Claire Vandermolen here, picking up her first. Andrew, don't be afraid to jump in. Fans can probably already hear the scratchy voice. COVID negative today, folks, so happy to be here, but not quite at 100%. So it's good that we've got Andrew Swatter to fill in where needed. Bishop, extra pass, left wing 3 on the way. No good for Indianola. Rebound bounced around. Van Manen had a hand on it, and it's controlled by Kakmarinsky. Then the ball's loose on the floor, picked up by the Eagles. Gets it to Van Manen, nearly stolen by Naughton. And Van Manen walks it into the front court and fires it back to the team's leading scorer, Jocelyn Terpstra.
Well, you can tell that the Indianola defense is set on Terpstra. They know what she did to him last time. Lauren Blake is just pretty much shadowing her around, almost not even looking at the ball.
And a ball tipped and out of bounds by Indianola in front of the Indians bench. Mara Bishop will keep it left side of the floor with Pella Christian.
See, the Eagles look to get the ball inside here. They keep kind of penetrating and then kicking it out, and I'm curious at what point do they just start going straight to the hoop at that point.
Here's Van Manen on a drive, kick into the corner. Anderson for 3 in the lead. Boom, Carly Anderson. Back-to-back threes with Jenna Van Manen, and Pella Christian's got a 6-5 advantage 2 minutes into the game.
Again, what we saw last time these two teams matched up in that first quarter was Pella Christian taking it to the Indians before they started to hurt themselves with missed shots and turnovers, and that's what we're seeing again here in the opening minutes.
Blake has it on the right wing. Now Bishop about 5 feet behind the three-point line at the top of the key, fires it left side to Johnston. Into the corner for Bishop. They're just working around the perimeter. It's Blake now against this Pella Christian. It's kind of a 3-2 sagging 2-3 zone. This is their primary defense, and now we've got a 3-second violation on Indianola. They'll play 3-2, and then as soon as the ball gets kicked into the corner or down into the paint, they sag down and play more of a 2-3 zone.
And this is what Dallas center Grimes did, and it hurts the Indians because they don't have that true post player. Kinsey Johnston plays that post position, but she's also a good shooter, so she wants to utilize her strengths as well. So without having that kind of strict inside presence, you only have to play 2 at the bottom, and that's what the Eagles have done.
Terpster's three-pointer was partially blocked, and then it's rebounded by Pella Christian on the miss by Kakmarinsky. Down to Carly Anderson, 15-foot jumper, a little bit short, no good from the right side, and the rebound controlled by Ortland. Here comes Indianola into transition. Reverse layup blocked by Van Manen. It goes up off the bottom of the backboard, down onto the baseline and out of bounds to Indianola because of the block shot.
And Naughton had some options to go to, but I think she wanted to just attack the hoop. Her scoring has really started to notch up over the last couple of games. Naughton doing a great job taking it to the hoop. That one just well defended.
In case you missed it, presented by the veterinarians at Tri-County Veterinary Clinic in Pella. Indianola scored the first 5 points of the game, but then back-to-back three-pointers by Pella Christian, and now an Indianola turnover and foul. And Indianola trailing Pella Christian 6-5 with 4:44 remaining in the first quarter. In case you missed it, presented by Tri-County Veterinary Clinic.
That foul on Blake as well. She picks up her first, so the Eagles whistled with 2. Now Blake with 1 for the lone Indians whistle.
And Indianola really hounding Pella Christian, but the Eagles do a nice job getting it into the front court and then throw it away. Each team has 3 turnovers. Here comes Bishop attacking, misses the shot. Rebound comes down to Vandermolen for Pella Christian. Eagles lead by 1 with the ball nearing the halfway point of the first quarter. Kakmarinsky has it knocked away and stolen away. And Blake poked away from behind by Terpstra, out of bounds off the Eagles.
Well, I will say for Pella Christian, Indianola's tried to push the pace 3-4 times down the floor, and the Eagles have been doing a great job of getting back. Normally, Indianola, when they get that turnover, it's a 3-on-1, 3-on-2, and so far Pella Christian, I think, is keeping that in mind and not being beaten back down the floor.
A Pella Hy-Vee game reset. Here's a 3-ball by Blake that's no good. Weak side rebound pops off and out of bounds to it, Pella Christian on the team rebound. Pella Hy-Vee game reset. 4:04 remaining in the first quarter. Pella Christian 6, Indianola 5. 2 team fouls on the Eagles, 1 on Indianola. And that's a Pella Hy-Vee game reset. And we've got a steal and a layup, and Blake gives Indianola a 7-6 lead.
In case you missed it, presented by DeArmond Ford, Indianola missed their last 4 field goals until that make by Blake, and now Naughton gets the steal and goes straight to the hoop and draws the foul. But that's the recipe for success for the Eagles. Again, they hadn't turned the ball over in a while. They were coming down and getting open shots. Now turnovers leading to points.
3 straight Pella Christian turnovers have led to a bucket, and now a foul called on Claire Vandermolen, which is her second, and free throws at the line for Indianola. Emily Naughton knocks down the first, has 1 more coming.
For the most part, Indianola is a good free throw shooting team. They do tend to miss in waves and make in waves. Kind of in rhythm free throw shooters, if that makes any sense.
9-6 the score as Naughton makes them both to give Indianola a 3-point advantage. Pella Christian did lead 6-5, but then 4 in a row quickly on the Blake steal and layup, and then the free throws by Naughton. Indianola knocks the ball out of bounds. You can tell Pella Christian has worked on this. Against this pressure of Indianola, it's no dribbles, no bounce passes. They're just trying to move the ball in the air against this 1-2-2 pressure defense. Now Terpstra with the dribble towards half court, gets it knocked away, stolen away. Lauren Blake taken away from behind by Terpstra, but out of bounds, and will stay right side of the floor with Indianola. And where Pella Christian is getting into trouble here these last few possessions, Andrew, is putting it on the floor. And they need to move it in the air.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think Indianola's adjusted to that as well, kind of forcing Pella Christian to throw the ball over them, which is almost an even tougher prospect.
It's a 3-point Indianola lead, 9-6, and now a bump foul called on Carly Anderson of Pella Christian. And that is already the 4th Eagle turnover here of this first quarter. And as we take a look at tonight's creative idea drawn up by Brand Appeal, you can see, again, Brad Engbers and his group have worked on it. You can already see a little bit of the counter chess match, going with Indianola. And ultimately, if Pella Christian's going to stay in this game, trailing right now by 3, it is how do they counteract, and how does that chess match continue to go against this Indianola pressure? Euro step move and a layup for Mara Bishop. And we've got a vision for less timeout on the floor called by Brad Engbers and the Pella Christian Eagles as Indianola has opened up an 11-6 lead. But finishing the thought on the creative idea drawn up by Brand Appeal, that's the work that Brad Engbers has cut out for himself and his team, Andrew, is finding a way. Pella Christian's not gotten a shot on the rim in their last 5 possessions.
And I like to see that they're calm in the backcourt, but it's almost requires a sense of urgency. But you can't be overly cautious
it's a fine
against
line,
this zone or against this press. You have to be able to push the ball against it because Indianola is committing 3-4 players on this trap. If you get it past them, you're going to have numbers. So you can't just sit and wait for it to happen. You have to make it happen. And a fine line, like you mentioned, of being too aggressive and running right into the trap, because then you're out of control, and that's when they pounce.
Tonight's creative idea drawn up by Brand Appeal for branding, print, web, video, or interactive. Think Brand Appeal. Relentless for you.
And we do have our first score update, Strawver Cellular Instant Radio update. PCM 16, Greene County 4 after the first quarter.
And our score is 11-6 Indianola, a 6-0 Indians run with 3 minutes and 4 seconds remaining in the first quarter. Chloe Heisman has checked into the game for Pella Christian. You got to look forward. Heisman got it near half court and then threw it backwards. You got to try to get it into the front court. I think we're going to have a 2-hour delay here tomorrow in Pella Schools, Andrew. Getting the robo-call here from Pella Schools. That's just my best guess at this moment. No official announcement there. Bishop rebounds, a Pella Christian miss. And the Eagles will fall back on defense as Indianola has it leading 11-6.
This zone has been very patient from the Eagles. Sometimes you get crossed up trying to defend into the corner like we see from Blake here and giving her that open shot. Not what you want to see from the zone, but you also can't overcommit and let someone open on the baseline.
Blake knocks down the three-pointer. It's 14-6. It's a 9-0 lead. A 9-0 run, rather, for Indianola to open up an 8-point lead. And a Strawver Cellular Instant Radio update for Pella and Pella Christian Schools. A 2-hour late start tomorrow morning. A 2-hour delay for Pella and Pella Christian Schools.
We don't have those up in Minnesota. We don't care about cold temperatures.
Well, the older I get, the colder the cold is.
Well, we all wish we did.
Foul is called on Indianola on Mara Bishop. Indians are in the midst of a 9-0 run right now. They lead 14-6. Trevor Castle, Andrew Swadner with you inside of our Pella Real Estate Services radio broadcast booth here on 94.3 KNIA. Jocelyn Terpster drives around Blake, misses the shot. Rebounded by Blake, who's got 7 points and 3 boards. Kicks it to Bishop in the left corner for 3. It's short. Rebound pops off to the weak side, and it's knocked out of bounds by Anna Eveland of Pella Christian. Will stay with Indianola with an 8-point lead.
Well, that fast break is patented Indianola right there. It was a rebound caught at the block of the other side, and they still get down and force a 3-on-1, and that's just how quick they are. And it was the Lauren Blake show last time these two teams matched up, and she misses a 3 here, but tracks down her own rebound, and already with 7 points.
A 9-4 rebounding edge for Indianola early. They also are +4 in the turnover category. There's Jillian Smith into the game, fires it off to the left wing. Back to Smith in the corner, bounce pass to Blake, guarded by Eveland. Kick out for 3, rattles out no good. And the rebound controlled by Maggie Heinen for PC.
After those 3 offensive rebounds Indianola got on basically their first possession, Pella Christian has not allowed another one. So doing a good job on the Indians' misses, just need to take advantage of it on the offensive end.
Eveland dumps it inside to Heinen. Shot hangs on the front of the rim, no good. Rebounded by Smith for Indianola. Indians lead by 8. Wide open in the right corner for 3. Rattles out, no good by Naughton. And the rebound controlled by Pella Christian and Heinen. Pass ahead, looking for Heisman. It's tipped out of bounds. Will stay with Pella Christian. Left side of the floor, under a minute to go first quarter, 14-6 Indianola.
And Indianola has a 14-6 lead, so I don't want to discount that, but they're going to look at this first quarter and just realize that they probably need to shoot the ball better. They're getting a lot of open looks that they're just not taking advantage of. And as they get a steal here, as Johnston is going to grab it and gets it up to Blake, and she's just going to go coast to coast. Layup is up and does not fall. But again, Trevor, like I mentioned, I would say Indians have left probably 6-7 shots on the board that they feel really comfortable about that just haven't fallen.
Foul is called on Chloe Heisman as Blake split 2 defenders. Trying to get tonight's drive to the basket, presented by Z's Eatery and Draft House, but it's got to go for it to count. So first free throw good. We'll wait for another drive to the basket later on in the game. And it's 15-6. Indianola leads by 9, 43 seconds to go first quarter.
That's why I usually give it to the dunks, but that generally only happens in the boys' games.
Does it say you have dunks in the girls' games? I mean, I've yet to see one of those this year.
I'm still hoping, fingers crossed on that one, but you never know.
16-6, Indianola with the lead. They're on an 11-0 run, and they're going to add to it with a tip and a steal and a 2-on-1 and a layup by Blake. She's already in double figures with 11. The Eagles have turned it over 9 times. And it's controlled now by Heinen into the front court for Eveland with 23 seconds to go. Back to Heinen on the right wing, drives into a double team, kicks it out to Eveland. Now Terpstra, the team's leading scorer, is yet to score tonight for Pella Christian. 2 3-pointers by the Eagles by Van Manen and Anderson are their only scoring. And here's Terpstra on the left wing, down to 6 seconds here in the first quarter. Back pedals it out, picks up her dribble, down to 3 seconds. Eveland fires at the horn, no good. And at the end of the first quarter, it is Indianola 18, Pella Christian 6. We'll be back inside the Pella Real Estate Services radio broadcast booth right after this on 94.3 KNIA.
Hy-Vee pasta, a box is just 77 cents. That's Smart Cottage cheese for $1.38. Nabisco snack crackers, 2 boxes for $5. Sunbelt Bakery granola or fruit and grain bars are just $1.88 per box. And get fresh ground beef or honeysuckle white ground turkey for just $2.97 per pound. These deals and a whole lot more at your Indianola Hy-Vee.
If you have friends or family coming to Pella, make reservations for them to stay in Pella's finest accommodations, the Amsterdam Hotel.
We have many different packages available depending on what they are looking for during their visit.
Our weekend getaway package includes flowers, chocolates, and champagne.
The Visit Pella package has tickets to the Historical Village, Vermeer Windmill, and Pella bucks to spend around town.
And the stay and play package includes golf at Boss Landon.
Find the perfect package for your guests or yourself by visiting royalamsterdam.com for the Amsterdam Hotel on the Bollengracht in Pella.
Welcome back inside of our Pella Real Estate Services radio broadcast booth on 94.3 KNIA. For our Pella Christian fans, especially students, there is a 2-hour late start tomorrow. Pella Schools Wednesday is an early out day. There is now no early out, so it'll be a late start, no early out tomorrow.
That's a no-win scenario right there.
Here's a steal by Indianola and a Bishop layup that's no good. She just got off kilter a little bit by Anderson, and Kakmarinsky grabs the rebound.
You can see what the Eagles are doing, and they're hustling through it. It's maybe just execution on some of these press breaks as Terpstra's driving inside and kicks out. But the idea is correct in everything that they want to do. Right now, it's just an execution error from the Eagles.
It's 18-6 in favor of Indianola. We're in the middle right now of a 13-0 Indianola run. It was a 6-5 game in favor of PC. Now Kakmarinsky to the free throw line, picks up her dribble, fires it out right side. And Pella Christian looking to reload a little bit with Jocelyn Terpstra. Drives into traffic, passes it back out to Kakmarinsky. Try to shield the defender with her left arm. Crossover dribble to the left hand, gets to the free throw line. Out to Carly Anderson. Holding it, looking, nobody open. Not much movement out of the Eagles. This has been about a 45-second possession so far, and PC hasn't put a ball on the rim. Here's a drive by Evelyn, trying to wrap around pass, and traveled. Got her feet tangled up a little bit inside with Kinsey Johnston. No foul called, none should have been called. She fell to the floor and traveled.
Indianola's been switching between the man and zone defense, and this time they put Naughton all over Terpstra. And again, 24 points last time these two teams matched up, and Indianola is not letting her get it going.
And here's Blake inside, had a ball go fumbling through her fingers and out of bounds, but last touched by PC. 18-6, Indianola leads, 6:37 to go second quarter.
And this is pace, again, probably favoring the Eagles. They're doing a fantastic job getting back. Unless they turn the ball over straight in the backcourt, they're doing a nice job of not allowing anything easy for Indianola. But Blake is just too much right now, already up to 14 in this contest.
Pours one in from the left corner for 3, and it's now 21-6 Indianola. And more pressure out of the Indians. Pass by Vandermolen is tipped, almost stolen, and the Eagles now have a 3-on-3. Terpstra drives left baseline, gets it partially blocked by Ortland and rebounded by Ortland. And now a run out on the other end for Naughton, and the run continues for Indianola. They now lead 23-6, 2 minutes gone by, second quarter.
And I'm not sure the Eagles have put up a three-point attempt since leading 6-5 and hitting their first 2. So maybe some outside shooting would solve the Eagles' offensive woes right now. But again, easier said than done against this Indianola defense.
They're just not even getting much of a chance to look at the rim with this ball-hawking, hounding Indianola defense. Here's Kakmarinsky, 4-3. Doesn't get the shooter's roll. It bounces off the rim twice before it's rebounded by Kinsey Johnston. Here comes Indianola with Bishop, left to right in purple, white, and yellow. Left corner, Naughton shot fake, drives the baseline, blocked by Vandermolen. Rebound bounced out of bounds off Indianola over to Pella Christian as we give you a Pella Hy-Vee game reset. 5 minutes and 24 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. It's 23-6 Indianola. Right now 5 team fouls on the Eagles, 3 on the Indians. And that's a Pella Hy-Vee game reset. And right as I'm in the middle of that, we get a Vision for Less timeout. Improving lives by helping people see better. If poor visibility is causing you to miss things, take a timeout and visit Vision for Less in Pella and get back in the game.
Do have some scores coming in. In fact, let's take a full look at our Marion County Bank Radio scoreboard. PCM 16, Greene County 4, and I know Andrew Schneider is typing from Pella Norwalk. There we go. Pella 17, Norwalk 13, 6 ties or lead changes in that first quarter, and that's a battle for potentially a home postseason game in regional play. Both those teams fighting for that number 4 spot in the conference standings.
The Marion County Bank Radio scoreboard presented by Marion County's financial leader, Marion County Bank. With offices in Pella, Knoxville, and Melcher, Dallas, they're serving you and building community across the county. Our score out of the Vision for Last time out, 23-6 Indianola. Van Manen, boom, left corner 3. Andrew, that's what you talked about just a moment ago. It's been all 3-pointers for the Eagles, and now they force an Indianola turnover down 23-9.
And some positive momentum coming out. Terpstra did a great job of setting her team up for success with the press break. She kind of gets credited with the hockey assist there, the pass before the pass that led to the shot, but she drew 2-3 Indianola defenders towards her, and that allowed for the open shot, and now Naughton's going to commit her first foul.
Fourth team foul rather on Indianola. Pella Christian just snapping an 18-0 Indianola run that took it from 6-5 down to 23-6 ahead. Here's a steal and a run out and a Naughton layup, and Indianola now leads 25-9.
I'm not keeping track of points off of turnovers, but right now it just has to be way in favor of Indianola. I know Pella Christian at least has 3 after one of those first couple possessions, but Indians just taking advantage of Eagles' mistakes.
Now Carly Anderson on the right wing. Passes off on the 3-pointer. Van Manen shot fake, steps inside, 15-foot jumper, yes.
I don't think she's missed yet. 8 points there for Van Manen, and 8 of 11 for the Eagles right now.
4 minutes and 9 seconds remaining here in the first half. It's 25-11 Indianola. Got our Central Tire and Auto Radio halftime show coming up. We'll go inside the numbers presented by Pella Fiber, and we'll take a look at our second half adjustments presented by DeYoung Door Service in our Central Tire and Auto Radio halftime show. Inside, Blake, bounce pass into the right corner, through the arms, and then eventually thrown and stolen away. Ortland's pass picked by Terpstra, who runs the other way, misses a contested jump shot, no good, and rebounded by Bishop for Indianola. Up ahead to Ortland, and her lean-in shot over Vandermolen is good, and Ortland's got her first points of the game.
Nice job again with the frantic pace. Again, that's what Indianola wants to do. Was it the best looking shot from Ortland, one-on-one with a defender straight up? But even if that misses, Pella Christian grabs it, probably sprints down the floor. Exactly what the Indians are looking for.
A little give and go. Kakmarinsky runs over Bishop in the paint and is called for an offensive foul. That's her second. And with 3:13 remaining here in the first half, 27-11, it's Indians basketball on the 12th Pella Christian turnover.
So with 3:13 left to go in this first half, I think Indianola's looking to, A, solidify their lead, and B, maybe get some offensive rebounds. Pella Christian, despite the zone, and the zone generally leads to more offensive rebounds, I think would like to start packing the zone and looking for more inside, as right now a lot of their inside points have been in the fast break.
Left corner, ball controlled by Jillian Smith. Right-hand dribble towards the wing, skip pass to the right side to Bishop. Now Blake inside, wide open Johnston. Late defender getting over, and Johnston banks it in for two.
Exactly what they're looking for. The ball movement outside and maybe passing up an open shot for Blake for a better look down low.
2.5 minutes to go in the second quarter. 29-11 Indianola leads. Here's Kakmarinsky. Tried to get it through three defenders. The pass is tipped and stolen away. Blake to the other end. Left-hand layup, no good. Rebound by Smith. Second chance opportunity for Indianola as they work it out around the perimeter. Bishop wide open on the right wing for three. Too strong, no good. Smith had a chance at the rebound, but it comes down controlled by Vandermolen for Pella Christian. Eagles have it right to left. 2:10 to go first half. In case you missed it, presented by the veterinarians at Tri-County Veterinary Clinic. It's an 18-0 Indianola run that has busted this game wide open. And right now Indianola leads by 18, 29-11. And a three ball by Blake adds to that lead. She's got 17, and it's 32-11 Indians. In case you missed it, presented by Tri-County Veterinary Clinic.
They're the veterinarians.
Blake already with 3 threes from outside, and that's in combination with a lot of points off of defense, too. She's usually the one leading the break. Everyone's looking for her as she sprints the floor.
Here's Terpstra still looking for her first points for Pella Christian. Drives down the right side of the lane, misses the shot, gets her own offensive rebound, and then on her way back up, draws an Indianola foul to send her to the free throw line. Mara Bishop picks up her second foul.
You can tell this Indianola defense is, I've mentioned it a couple of times, but Naughton and Blake generally defend the other team's best scorer, and that's what they've been doing. And it's a team effort on defense for Indianola, but you can tell that they are really paying attention to Terpstra, especially after what she did to them last time. And that's on a team when you kind of know it's going to be Jocelyn Terpstra on offense. So when she can get those type of points, it's almost even more impressive.
All right, Andrew, let's announce our fan of the game presented by Godfather's Express in Indianola as Jocelyn Terpstra knocks down both free throws.
All right, tonight's fan of the game presented by Godfather's Express is going to be Amy Usher. You can win a free single topping large pizza. So if you'd like to be our fan of the game, stop by Godfather's Express to register. Then listen to our next Indianola broadcast to see if you're our fan of the game. Presented by Godfather's Express. Again, Amy Usher of Indianola.
Congratulations, Amy. And a boom for Lauren Blake, who has 20 first half points, her third second quarter three-pointer, and Indianola leads 35-13. Here's Kakmarinsky for the Eagles into the front court with a right-hand dribble on the Pella Christian lettering logo, far side of the floor. Back to the half-court circle for Heisman, right side Van Manen. Shot fake and a drive, now has to back it back out. Fires it to Heisman, looks left side, Kakmarinsky has it. Now back to Van Manen. Man-to-man defense out of Indianola with Vandermolen up top for the Eagles. Kakmarinsky in the left corner. Pass is tipped and stolen away. That's turnover number 15 on Pella Christian. They work it ahead. Almost lost the ball. Couple of extra passes. Drive by Naughton through 4 defenders. Misses the shot, and it's rebounded by Anna Evelyn.
Should mention Trista Hawkins into the game for the Indians, making her first appearance, senior forward.
35-13, Indianola with the lead. Here's Van Manen, deep three for the Eagles. Boom! Jenna Van Manen has 11 of Pella Christian's 16 points.
And again, I don't think she's missed. I think that's the first one that maybe even touched the rim.
And that was a deep. I mean, that was like foot on the line NBA deep three. Here's Blake, heat check short, no good. Rebound bounced around. That was right before the first half buzzer. The rebound came down to Hawkins. Couldn't get up a shot. And at the end of the first half, it's Indianola 35, Pella Christian 16. And we'll be back with our Central Tire and Auto radio halftime show right after this on 94.3 KNIA.
At Hopkins Roofing, we're not a 9-to-5 hit the road kind of company. We know that every roof we build and install is an opportunity to do good, to take care of our clients, to give opportunities to our employees, and to give back to the communities we work in. Because we believe that a roof isn't just a covering to keep the weather out. We've seen that a better life can be created through roofing. If it's time for a new roof for your home or business, check out some of our work at hopkinsroofing.com and let us put together a quote for you. Hopkins Roofing, roofing done for good.
Your Indianola YMCA would like to invite you to stop by your local Y and discover the many benefits of belonging to a nonprofit organization dedicated to building strong kids, strong families, and strong communities. Improve your health and fitness, learn new skills, connect with others. It's all waiting for you at the Y. They'd love to give you a tour and offer you a free pass so you can try the Y for yourself. Call or stop in today and find out more. Your Indianola YMCA, it's where you belong.
Pella Engraving and Sign Company has a reputation of quality and excellence for providing indoor and outdoor signs in a variety of materials, including metal, plastic, and acrylic. We also produce banners for businesses and events, as well as car wraps to stand out and bring your promotional needs to life. We will work with any budget by offering a variety of price points and material options to bring you the best value. And Pella Engraving and Sign prides ourselves on meeting exacting standards and quick turnaround times. Learn more at PellaEngraving.com.
If you are looking for some fantastic pork tenderloin, Wood Iron Grill has now joined the Tenderloin Trail 2.0. The Tenderloin Trail 2.0 passport is now available. Don't wait, get started today. You can get the passport by going to the website iowapork.org/Tenderloin Trail, get the passport from participating restaurants, or stop by the IPPA office to pick up the passport. Wood Iron Grill in Oskaloosa, home to one of the stops on the Tenderloin Trail 2.0.
A fully livable treehouse for my in-laws? Keeps them close, but not too close. And a happy wife makes a happy life. So Bank Iowa said, let's make it happen.
It's always been my dream to open a meat locker. Makes my wife nervous, but when it comes to beef, I'm all business. So Bank Iowa said, let's make it happen.
Stop by your local Bank Iowa or visit us online at bankiowa.bank. Equal housing lender. Member FDIC. All loans are subject to approval.
Remodeling can be a headache, especially when you're trying to work around your contractor's schedule. You don't have to worry about that with Mike Blom with Cabinet Design of Pella and Wood Harbor Cabinetry. Just ask Deb Shaw of Pella.
Mike was always very accommodating to our schedule. Anytime that we set up a time to meet, he always wanted to make sure it worked for us. Most of our meetings were in the evening, and it never bothered him to come out and be out here.
Hi, I'm Mike Blom, the cabinet guy. Cabinet Design of Pella, where we expand and enhance your ideas beyond your expectations.
Welcome inside of the Central Tire and Auto Radio halftime show on 94.3 KNIA. For tires, front end work, their no appointment oil change and full mechanical work on your vehicle. Stop and see Sean DeWard and his crew next to Walmart in Pella. Let's go inside the numbers delivered by Pella Fiber. Our score is Indianola 35, Pella Christian 16. Lauren Blake with 20 for the Indians. 6 points for Emily Naughton, 5 for Mara Bishop, 2 for Kenzie Johnson, and 2 for Bryn Ortland. Indianola out rebounding Pella Christian 15-11, and they're also enjoying a huge edge in the turnover margin. 15 Pella Christian turnovers, just 5 for Indianola. The Eagles are being led by 11 points by Jenna Van Manen, 3 points for Carly Anderson, and 2 points for Faith Kakmarinsky. Both teams perfect at the free throw line, 6 of 6 for Indianola. Pella Christian is 2 of 2. The Eagles have made 4 first half three-pointers, 3 of them by Jenna Van Manen. Indianola's got 4 from Lauren Blake alone, and they've made 5 total three-pointers. Bishop with the other one, and the score is 35-16 Indianola. Inside the numbers delivered by Pella Fiber, where they've placed over 35 miles of fiber and connected more than 1,000 families in Pella with gigabit internet speeds. But it's neighbors, not numbers, that are important. Join today at PellaFiber.com. We'll take a timeout inside of the Central Tire and Auto Radio halftime show. When we come back, we'll give you the Marion County Bank radio scoreboard, and we'll take a look at our second half adjustments presented by DeYoung Door Service. It's Indianola 35, Pella Christian 16 on 94.3 KNIA.
Sporting goods companies are facing challenging times, with many suppliers carrying little product and offering slow delivery. At BSN Sports, we stand ready to change the fundamentals of our industry. We carry all the top brands that you demand, with uniforms, practice and travel gear, and field and facility equipment. We stock our own inventory and decorate in-house, leading to faster delivery. I'm Phil Hemming with BSN Sports, and I'd love the chance to work with your school or team. Give me a call at 620-8337, and let's get started today.
Online ordering is now available at Culver's in Pella. Simply go to culvers.com, select curbside or carryout, and let us know if you'd like us to start making your order fresh right now or schedule the time that you want it ready. Our entire menu is available, including Marion County's best burger, chicken sandwiches and tenders, seafood dinners, fresh salads and hearty soups, kids' meals, snack-worthy sides, and our famous frozen custard. Just go to Culver's.com and place your online order for your next meal at Culver's in Pella, where we're locally owned and involved in your community.
There are always extra expenses at this time of year. At Downey Tire Pros, let us help you achieve your New Year's resolution of vehicle safety with one of our many financing options. The Tire Pros credit card is simple and easy to apply for, plus we offer an unparalleled warranty package that includes 24-hour roadside assistance and access to exclusive rebates you can't find anywhere else. With Downey Tire Pros by your side, you can get the tires and traction you need to drive safely into 2022. See store for complete details or visit online today at DowneyTirePros.com. Downey Tire Pros, love the drive.
Remodeling can be a headache, especially when you're trying to work around your contractor's schedule. You don't have to worry about that with Mike Blom with Cabinet Design of Pella and Wood Harbor Cabinetry. Just ask Deb Shaw of Pella.
Mike was always very accommodating to our schedule. Anytime that we set up a time to meet, he always wanted to make sure it worked for us. Most of our meetings were in the evening, and it never bothered him to come out and be out here.
Hi, I'm Mike Blom, the Cabinet Guy. Cabinet Design of Pella, where we expand and enhance your ideas beyond your expectations.
Do you pay attention to that piece of rubber on the bottom of your garage door? You should, because if that rubber strip has seen better days, you may be letting unwanted moisture, debris, or rodents into your garage. And a new rubber seal will help heated garages stay heated. So check it out, and if it looks like you need a new rubber seal, call the gurus of garage doors at DeYoung Door Service.
Hi, this is Kurt DeYoung. It's not good enough to know what you do. You need to specialize in it. We specialize in sales, installation, and service of garage doors. We're the gurus of garage doors. DeYoung Door Service in Pella.
Are you a saver or a spender? Either way, we've got you covered at Community First Credit Union with two great reward checking options. Say goodbye to points and hello to cash. Our checking accounts are about money in your pocket, not points you'll never use. Simply meet monthly qualifications to get your rewards and unlimited nationwide ATM fee refunds. And no matter what happens, there is no monthly fee or minimum balance requirements. See for yourself what See First can do for you. Rules and qualifications apply, federally insured by the NCUA.
Welcome back inside of our Central Tire and Auto Radio halftime show on 94.3 KNIA. Trevor Castle and Andrew Swadner with you. And now let's take a look at our Marion County Bank radio scoreboard. At the half, Indianola 35, Pella Christian 16. The other halftime score that we have is PCM leading Greene County 24-11. Our two other games are at the end of the first quarter at last check. Pella leading Norwalk 17-13 and Eddyville Blakesburg Fremont over Knoxville 13-10 on the Marion County Bank radio scoreboard. Time now to take a look at our second half adjustments presented by DeYoung Door Service. This is one of those games, Andrew, and you and I have both been a part of many of these where the outcome is no longer in doubt. For Indianola, they're trying to make sure that they're continuing to fire on all cylinders, getting ready to head into a huge matchup with DCG on Friday. And Pella Christian just trying to look to string some things together. Obviously a big first half out of Jenna Van Manen, but can they get some other girls involved?
Well, and I think Pella Christian, I've said it multiple times, they've had the right idea. They're making the right pass against this zone. The pass needs to be on target. That's kind of that next step, and that's where Indianola forces you into mistakes. Is you're not thinking about the pass, you're thinking about not turning the ball over.
Yep.
And that's really tough for the Eagles. And again, you're not going to see this type of speed very often. I mean, this is an Indianola team that is among, I'd say, the most athletic, not only in the conference, but almost in the entire state. This team is full of, I'd say, 5 guards. Kinsey Johnston is that forward type of player, but can play up and down the floor. So if you're Pella Christian, get used to the speed, try and adjust to it. What I want to see from Indianola is DCG is going to pack the inside. Indianola scored 3 points on the game's first three-pointer in the first quarter on the road in their first matchup, and then didn't score again for the entire first quarter because they couldn't hit any shots and they couldn't make anything inside. What I want to see from the Indians, get the ball inside. We know that they can shoot from outside. Hopefully they don't have that bad of a shooting night as they did the first time. They need to find ways to score down low on the block, and I want to see that in the second half.
The second half adjustments presented by DeYoung Door Service. One of the quickest ways to adjust the look of your home is with a new garage door from DeYoung Door Service.
We're the gurus of garage doors. DeYoung Door Service in Pella.
You are listening to Indianola High School basketball, powered by Community First Credit Union on 94.3 FM and AM 1320 KNIA, Knoxville, Indianola, and Pella Christian basketball, powered by Bank Iowa. Thanks for listening to our Central Tire and Auto Radio halftime show. For tires, front end work, their no appointment oil change, and full mechanical work in your vehicle. Stop and see Sean DeWard and his crew next to Walmart in Pella. 30 35-16, Indianola with the lead. We are live inside of our Pella Real Estate Services radio broadcast booth. Trevor Castle, Andrew Swadner here on 94.3 KNIA. Indianola with the ball from right to left. 3 ball on the way, and it pops up no good. Rebound, offensive rebound, trying to control Johnston. Has it knocked away by Van Manen, so it stays with Indianola left side of the floor.
Well, that's what we didn't see much in the first half was the zone. Despite allowing you to play probably better defense, it does allow for some offensive rebounds to come through, and that's really the first time we've seen it happen. So props to Pella Christian's rebounding prowess as Blake gets the ball knocked out of her hands on a drive and out of bounds. Will remain with the Indians, but that's really the first time I think the Eagles have been hurt by the offensive rebound.
We do have a Strauber Cellular Instant Radio update. Pella takes Norwalk takes a 28-27 lead into the half against Pella, and now Mara Bishop buries a 3-pointer for Indianola. The Indians have a 38-16 lead. So it's Norwalk 28, Pella 27, and Eddyville, Blakesburg, Fremont all over Knoxville 31-16 on a couple of Strauber Cellular Instant Radio updates. So Bishop's 3, she's got 8. Indianola leads 38-16, and a pass that was almost thrown away. Blake comes up with a steal off the tip ball by Kakmarinsky, and then Indianola almost throws it away, but Bishop saves it off of Vandermolen's foot, and so we'll stay with Indianola left side of the floor.
Just a heads-up play from Bishop to save it inbounds. I don't think she had the wherewithal to try and throw it off of Pella Christian's foot, but then Naughton maybe had a chance at it, didn't go down for it knowing it was off the Eagles, so heads-up play from the Indians coming down despite the miscue on the pass.
Indianola ball leading 38-16. Right to left in purple, white, and yellow. Deep 3 by Blake is short from the right wing. Bishop saves the rebound to give Indianola another opportunity. Bishop for 3 left wing. That's off the mark to the left, no good, but another offensive rebound, this one by Naughton. So 3 offensive rebounds already in this quarter from Indianola. Here's a drive by Johnson, wraparound pass out to Bishop, and a skip pass to Naughton on the right wing, and back out, and they'll reload the offense. And it's Bishop left side. They leave her open, lob it inside to Blake, who had a defender Anderson sealed off. Blake's shot is no good. She's fouled by Carly Anderson, which is her second. And Blake's going to the free throw line where Indianola has made all 6 tonight.
Well, and that's the thing for Anderson, and that's a learning moment right there. Blake trying to go for the seal off. That's a set play that the Indians were trying to do. You have to get around that. I mean, you're just as entitled to that space as Blake misses the free throw. You have to get around and prevent that pass. If it's going to go over your head, Blake catches it on the baseline and you're set up defensively. You cannot be on the opposite side of the hoop as the offensive player.
Second free throw from Blake is good, so she has made 5 of 6 tonight, and Indianola's lead is 39-16. Pressure out of the Indians. Terpstra trying to get around Bishop and does, and then backs her way in, and Bishop called for a foul. So actually a really smart play by Jocelyn Terpstra.
From Terpstra. She knew that there was pressure coming from behind, and you know, that's a play that's not allowed in soccer, but in basketball you get the defender on that every single time, and Bishop is going to pick up her 3rd foul.
Delivery.com is the restaurant delivery service in Pella with great local restaurants like George's, Canaritos, Yamato, Liberty Street Kitchen, Dutch Fix, and more. And you can have fresh food delivered right to your home or business for lunch or dinner, just like Katie Morrison recently did. And Katie is tonight's fan of the game, has won a $10 gift certificate towards her next order. Try Delivery.com this week, then listen to our next broadcast on Friday night to see if you're our fan of the game, presented by Delivery.com. Bryn Ortland picks up a foul. That's her second. Pella Christian has the ball, trailing 39-16, and has it tipped and stolen away. Here comes Indianola with Naughton. Over to the left corner, onto the wing, back up top to Naughton, drives around a defender, dumps it down inside, block shot by Anderson, and then the rebound for Pella Christian.
Say good recovery again by the Eagles. Indianola has not looked good driving to the hoop, and again, that's something they're going to have to do. They're going to have to make points in the paint in the half court, and Pella Christian doing a good job with their interior defense.
Anderson out to Van Manen between the rings for Pella Christian. Left-hand dribble, working on Ortland. Gets it into the corner for Anderson. Now back out to Vandermolen. Kakmarinsky on the right wing for the Eagles, moving from left to right. Van Manen, shot fake and a drive. Pass is tipped and stolen away. Here comes Indianola, 2-on-3. Blake now knocked away by Terpstra and stolen right back.
Back-to-back heads-up plays with the hands for the Eagles. You have to hustle back. Yes, you committed the turnover, but now you just prevented 2 points and then drew another foul on Indianola's top defender, and Emily Naughton, and that's what hustle gets you right there. It may not come to fruition in this game right now, trailing 39-16 with 5 minutes to go in the third, but that's what you look for on film, and that's things that are going to win you games.
Pella Hy-Vee game reset. Andrew just mentioned it. 39-16, just over 5 minutes to go, third quarter. Jocelyn Terpstra dribbling, gets bumped down, able to maintain her dribble and then pass it off to a teammate. And the Eagles will set up offensively, down 39-16 on a Pella Hy-Vee game reset. Carly Anderson at the free throw line for Eveland. Top of the key, Kakmarinsky's three is short and left, and the rebound caroms out of bounds to Indianola.
See what we see from as far as pressure from Indianola. I don't think we're going to see any more full court pressure, but I'd like to see the more half court defense be more solidified. Couple of good looks here coming from the Eagles. Unfortunately, they can't put them down, but again, big matchup coming on Friday, and I want to keep bringing that up for the Indians, but DCG is a team that will punish you for every mistake that you make, as Indianola's learned over the last couple of years, and now they turn it over again.
Tonight's video presentation on the Pella Christian YouTube channel is being presented by Kinetic Edge Physical Therapy. It's 39-16. Indianola leads Pella Christian with 4 minutes and 20 seconds remaining here in the third quarter. Triple team on Kakmarinsky is stolen away by Bishop, and now Indianola can't get the numbers to run it out, so they'll slow it down and set up the half-court offense. Left side with Ortland. Naughton in the corner for three. No good. Rebound comes down to Carly Anderson for Pella Christian. They've done a nice job, whether it's with turnovers or rebounding. It's either 0 or 1 and done for Indianola in this half so far.
Yeah, it has not looked great. Shooting from outside is a triple from NBA range.
A deep three-pointer for Jocelyn Terpstra. Tonight's Raise the Roof moment of the game brought to you by Randall Roofing. And then on the other end, a turnover by Indianola. When the moment arises and it's time for a new roof, think Randall Roofing. 39-19 is the score. Terpstra has it for PC. Back out to Chloe Heisman. Kakmarinsky inside for Evelyn, and she is fouled by Johnston. So Pella Christian put up a little fight here in the third quarter, Andrew.
It is 4-3 in the third quarter right now. Indianola with 4 points with the 1-3 in the free throw from Lauren Blake. And if you're Pella Christian, you have to feel really good about this. Again, Indianola's missed some makeable shots, but anytime you hold a team to just 4 points in a quarter with 3 minutes and 20 seconds to go, you feel pretty good about that.
Indianola does pick up a turnover on the PC inbounds play, and then Mara Bishop racing to the other end gets bumped, and the foul is called on Chloe Heisman on the floor, or is she shooting? Yeah, it's on the floor. So no free throws here. Bishop thought she was going to the line. I think both you and I thought she was going to the line, but none of those of us that thought that count. So she'll trigger it in. Naughton has it up top, drives around. Terpstra gets into the lane. Floater is no good. Rebound controlled by Maggie Heinen for PC. Another one-and-done trip for Indianola. Kakmarinsky into the front court, left to right for Pella Christian. It's 39-19 Indianola. Heisman now has it between the rings. Right-hand dribble, trying to work around a screen. Gets it to Heinen on the right wing. Picks up her dribble. Now to Kakmarinsky up top of the right-hand dribble. Backs her way out to the wing. Fires it left side for Heisman. Terpstra gets around the defender. 15-foot jumper. No good. Rebound. Indianola. Johnston had a hand on it, and it's knocked out of bounds by PC off of Johnston's head over to Pella Christian.
And that's just heads-up play after heads-up play from the Eagles in this third quarter. And, you know, they're losing on the scoreboard even in the third quarter, but it's 4-3, and this isn't Indianola's backups. I mean, these are rotation players. Lauren Blake is still playing in this game. This is the starting lineup out there that you're holding to 4 points right now with less than 3 minutes to go in this third quarter.
In case you missed it, presented by the veterinarians at Tri-County Veterinary Clinic, Lauren Blake scored 20 points in the first half as Indianola built a 35-16 lead. They've held her to just one here in the third quarter. And there is another Pella Christian turnover. In case you missed it, presented by the veterinarians at Tri-County Veterinary Clinic.
They're the veterinarians.
39-19 Indianola lead and ball with just over 2 minutes to go in the third quarter. Bishop has it on the left wing for Indianola against this 3-2 Eagle zone defense. Now Blake between the rings. Right-hand dribble. directing traffic, fires it into the corner for Ortland. It's poked out of bounds by Pella Christian. It'll stay with Indianola, left side of the floor. And
Coach
we have
Jeff
a McCoy
Jansen,
True Value timeout.
Jeff Jansen going to call that timeout going through, and he's going to have some things to discuss. Indianola looked disjointed despite this being the third quarter. Pella Christian hasn't changed their half-court defense much, so you got to wonder if he's drawn something new up. And I don't want to harp on it too much because Indianola is protecting a 20-point lead here. It's on the road in Little Hawkeye Conference play, but going scoreless for 5+ minutes now at this point. They hit a 3 to begin the third quarter with Mara Bishop. Lauren Blake hit an early free throw. I think both of those came within the first minute of the quarter and have not scored since.
Yep.
And there are stretches of games where DCG puts up 20 points in this situation, and despite Indianola just missing shots, that comes back to hurt. And these are the things you can't have happen.
If you're enjoying this broadcast of Pella Christian basketball on YouTube, please consider a donation to help keep it free. You can go to pceagles.org, click the donate button, or just click the Eagle Head logo in the bottom right-hand corner of this video and hit the donate to PC link in the header. Thanks for watching the Pella Christian YouTube channel on YouTube. Here's a steal by Pella Christian.
Terpstra just read it perfectly, went right to the hoop, nearly got it to go down, but Indianola disjointed right now in this quarter, doing, I would say, unforced errors. That was just a pass Terpstra read really well. It was a solid defensive play, but no reason to make that pass. And now the Eagles are going to get at least a chance at 2 points.
Jillian Smith picks up her first foul, and the first free throw by Terpstra is good. Tonight's video presentation on the Pella Christian YouTube channel being presented by Kinetic Edge Physical Therapy. 1 minute and 37 seconds left in the third quarter. It's 39-20. Indianola, we're back to our 19-point halftime lead, and now it's been trimmed to 18 as Terpstra has made all 4 of her free throw attempts tonight for Pella Christian.
And if you're a Pella Christian fan, you're winning the third quarter 5-4 right now.
Indians have the ball, up 39-21. Blake has it on the right wing, looking inside. We've got a 3-second call on Indianola, and Andrew, that's the 5th turnover of this quarter by Indianola. I mean, they are just not in sync.
And credit to the Eagles defense as Pella Christian, the press is back on. We thought we weren't going to see much more of it, and I don't think Indianola wanted to be able to have to put this back on, but here we are as Terpstra hits the deck, and that's going to have to be a travel call as there we go.
She drops onto her backside, slid a little bit, so that's a travel.
I think Indianola, again, would have liked to have been able to rest their starters at this point and not have to press, and here we are in the third quarter, and they're having to do both of those things.
We do have a Strawbridge Cellular Instant Radio update. It's now PCM leading Greene County 30-23 at the end of the third quarter. Bishop travels for Indianola, and now they've got more turnovers in the 7 minutes of this third quarter than they had the entire first half. 6 in the third quarter, 5 in the first half. And Faith Kakmarinsky checks back into the game for Pella Christian with Indianola leading 39-21.
And Indianola's scoreless for the last 6+ minutes at this point, too.
Wow.
Again, scored all 4 of their points within the first minute of this third quarter and have not scored since.
Now some pressure out of Indianola on Kakmarinsky, able to dribble her way out of it. Fires it off to Chloe Heisman. She's met by a double team at half court, and a whistle and a vision for less timeout by Coach Brad Engbers and the Pella Christian Eagles with 47 seconds remaining here in quarter number 3. Andrew, you've talked about it a little bit throughout the game, but let's take a look at the road ahead, presented by Good Samaritan Society of Indianola, and a biggie for the Indians on Friday night.
DCG got the better of them 48-31, and Indianola was never even in that game, despite a 3-0 lead was as close as it got, and a chance to decide, or at least have a big say in the conference title. Indianola hosting DCG, and then to Grinnell, their next 2 games against the teams they're tied with at the top of the conference standings.
The road ahead presented by Good Samaritan Society of Indianola. When it comes to your road ahead, think of Good Samaritan Society in Indianola, where their professional staff is dedicated to enhancing your life, bringing you joy, and creating opportunities to care for your whole person, mind, body, and spirit. Out of the vision for less timeout, it's Pella Christian ball. 46 seconds remaining in the third quarter. Indianola 39, Pella Christian 21. Chloe Heisman has it for Pella Christian, fires it off to Faith Kakmarinsky on the right wing. Jenna Van Manen top of the key, shot fake and a drive, gets it to Heisman in the left corner. Now up to Kakmarinsky. Nice ball movement by the Eagles into the hands of Heinen. Left side, Evelyn goes to Heisman. Pass is tipped, controlled by Van Manen. Gets just outside of the free throw line, misses a 16-foot jumper, and it's rebounded by Naughton. And here comes Indianola looking to break the lid off of this one as Blake nearly travels. Gets it to Naughton. Her pass inside is tipped by Evelyn. Loose on the floor. Back out to Bishop for three. That's well short. Very flat shot. Rebounded off the front of the rim by Jillian Smith. Down to 1 second to go in the quarter, and a reach-in foul is called on Faith Kakmarinsky. Probably not a bad foul because 1 second left.
Great foul, just your third team foul, picks up her third, but forces Indianola to put up a 1 second sideline play here.
39-21. Bishop will trigger it in from in front of her own bench. Gets it into Ortland, fires a three that's no good. And at the end of the third quarter, it's Indianola 39, Pella Christian 21. We'll be back inside the Pella Real Estate Services radio broadcast booth for the fourth quarter of action on 94.3 KNIA. 4.3 KNIA.
Accidents can happen every day and to anyone, from first-time drivers to drivers who have spent their life on the road. Don't let an accident ruin your day. Smith's Collision Center in Indianola is prepared to help you whenever an accident may occur and is ready to get you back on the road in no time. If you have been in an accident and need your vehicle repaired, take it to Smith's Collision Center, located at 710 East 2nd Avenue in Indianola, and let Jeff and his crew do it right for you. Smith's Collision Center, a proud supporter of Indianola High School athletics. At McCoy True Value in Indianola, they have all the essentials you need to make it through the Iowa winter. But don't take my word for it. Listen to John, one of their winter experts.
We stock good winter gloves and some hats, and we have different types of shovels and a few snow blowers and quite a bit of ice melt. We keep as much as we can in stock, and so we don't run out, and make sure everybody has what they need.
When the winter gets tough, trust the experts.
McCoy True Value Hardware. Service with heart.
Welcome back inside of our Pella Real Estate Services radio broadcast booth on 94.3 KNIA. We're also on the Pella Christian High School YouTube channel tonight for Indianola and Pella Christian, where it's 39-21 in favor of Indianola, starting the fourth quarter of action. Trevor Castle and Andrew Swadner alongside.
Well, we're still looking for tonight's Raise the Roof moment of the game presented by the Indianola YMCA. Maybe you should have done it during Lauren Blake's rampage in that first half, but I didn't expect a 4-point third quarter coming from the number 5 team in Class 4A as Pella Christian outplayed the Indians in that third.
Here's a deep three that's no good for Van Manen for PC, and the rebound for Indianola comes down to Jillian Smith. It's a 22-15 rebounding edge in favor of Indianola, and they've also forced double the turnovers out of Pella Christian. 22-11 is the turnover count in favor of Indianola. Blake triple teamed, almost has it stolen away, and then does have it. And then Van Manen, she's trying to go coast to coast, layup, no good, and the rebound tapped out and controlled by Ortland for Indianola. And then on the other end, we've got a run out and a layup for Emily Naughton.
So good hustle from Lauren Blake to stop that, and then kind of cherry picking for Naughton, takes advantage of the rebound and the nice look up the court, but breaks a 7+ minute Indianola's scoreless streak. And much as I want to just get it out of the way, I don't think that can be tonight's Raise the Roof moment.
No, I don't think it can be. There's a turnover by Pella Christian on the other end. Smith has it poked away, but it's out off of Pella Christian. It's 41-21, Indianola with the lead. And as a guy that used to play some pickup hoops, I do have to respect that bucket by Emily Naughton. I'm going to call that tonight's drive to the basket.
Absolutely.
Presented by Z's Eatery and Draft House as a three-pointer rattles in, out, and in for Naughton. So she gets the drive to the basket, presented by Z's Eatery and Draft House. Stop in and make sure you enjoy some of the best food in Indianola at the best prices. Fill up at Z's Eatery and Draft House before the next big game. Then a three-pointer by Naughton, and it's 44-21 Indians. On the other end, a nice take by Terpstra, and she drives around Smith and scores.
Good take by Terpstra, her second field goal made. She's also 4 of 4 from the free throw line tonight for Terpstra.
Blake has it knocked away from behind by Anderson, stolen by Terpstra. 3-on-1 for the Eagles. Terpstra misses the shot, and the rebound is knocked out of bounds by, I thought Kakmarinsky touched it last.
I think Ortland came up and knocked it away.
44-23 is the score in favor of Indianola. 5:52 remaining in the fourth quarter. Pella Christian ball. Terpstra has it. And her pass out to Jenna Van Manen between the rings. Right side for Kakmarinsky. Looking into the paint, there's nobody there. Lob inside for Kakmarinsky. Tipped and stolen away. Turnover number 25. Here comes Bishop, leaving it off for Blake. Bishop got dumped from behind.
I think another good foul from Pella Christian. Yeah. I mean, if you're going to do it, just foul the ball. And looks like they will send Bishop. I don't think it was a shooting foul. She was passing. So there we go. Yep. Underneath.
So Anderson's third foul. 3 ball on the way for Ortland is no good. Rebound Johnston through 3 defenders, draws a foul going to the free throw line.
Well, I know we already had tonight's creative idea, but to get that 3-pointer open from Ortland, Lauren Blake faked the pass, the lob pass over the top. Pella Christian tried to jump it. That left Ortland wide open. Just a heads-up play from Blake.
2 free throws coming up, and we do want to remind you that if you're enjoying this broadcast of Pella Christian basketball on YouTube, please consider a donation to help keep it free. You can go to pceagles.org and click the donate button, or just click the Eagle Head logo in the bottom right-hand corner of this video and hit the donate to PC link in the header. Free throw number 1, no good. Number 2, good. Johnston gives Indianola a 45-23 lead. Fourth quarter action, 5 minutes and 21 seconds remaining. And here's Van Manen for PC, and her pass out to Terpstra is stolen away. Eagles have turned it over 3 of their last 4 possessions, and then Indianola returns the favor on the other end as a pass slips through Naughton's hand and out of bounds.
And it was a good idea from Blake, but that pass either has to be a chest pass or a much higher bounce pass. Trying to go down and grab a ball near your feet when you're running full speed on the fast break, it's really hard to do, even for shorter players like Emily Naughton, who don't have that far to go down, but just really tough. And now Blake gets the steal and goes straight to the hoop.
And then we've got a travel called on Blake. So a quick steal and then a quick turnover by Blake. Right back the other way. Pella Hy-Vee game reset, 5 minutes and 2 seconds remaining. Fourth quarter, it's 45-23 in favor of Indianola. Each team has committed 5 fouls. The possession arrow is with Indianola, and that is a Pella Hy-Vee game reset. Boys game coming up next, game 2 of our doubleheader, and now we are getting just incredibly sloppy as Faith Kakmarinsky turns it over with a travel, just anticipating the pressure that time before it even got to her.
And that's what pressure does. I mean, it gets in your head, and they used to call that a Swadner at Farmington High School, the old travel when no one else was there to force you to do it. Lots of mistakes were called that back then.
Hey, I heard about your 4-point effort in the JV call-up game earlier tonight. You got a ball knocked out of bounds by PC with 4:40 remaining in the contest. Trevor Castle, Andrew Swadner with you here on 94.3 KNIA in Indianola and the Pella Christian High School YouTube channel. Glad to have both Eagle and Indian fans with us tonight on KNIA KRLS and our family of streams and apps and the whole 9 yards. Missed shot by Indianola, rebound tipped out of bounds over to Pella Christian.
So Eagles with, again, good interior defense. Indians just can't seem to finish at the rim. The layups they have gotten tonight have almost exclusively been in transition and not been able to do it within the half court. And that's really struggled for them tonight.
Terpstra was able to fight her way through a couple of Indian defenders to get the ball into the front court for Pella Christian. And then it's knocked away from behind out of bounds, so it stays with PC. And now the inbounds pass, tipped, nearly stolen away, but the Eagles maintain possession again. Now Kakmarinsky has it, guarded by Bishop. Out to Terpstra, right-hand dribble, crosses over to the left, backs her way in on Naughton, fires it into the corner for Anderson. Now Heinen has it on the left wing. Skip pass over to the right side for Kakmarinsky as the Eagles move from left to right in white and maroon. Anderson, left side to Heisman, trying to get around Ortland. Gets it out to Terpstra. Bounce pass controlled by Heinen, and now back out to Terpstra. Eagles have taken over 30 seconds off the clock, and now a whistle and a vision for less timeout is called by Brad Engbers and Pella Christian as he just wants to make a couple of substitutions. Looks like it's a full timeout, so we'll take it as well. 3:53 to go in the game. 45-23, Pella Christian trailing Indianola here inside the Pella Real Estate Services radio broadcast booth.
Hormel Foods in Knoxville is hiring. They have openings on first, second, and third shift for positions including quality control, operations, and maintenance starting at $17.85 an hour. All 9 positions will receive the shift differential. Quality control and operations will receive a 50-cent an hour increase at 3 months and an additional 50-cent an hour increase at 6 months. Employees will be offered weekly pay up to $1,000, a free 2-year college tuition, compressive benefits, paid vacation, and a 401k. Apply today at HormelJobsKnoxville.com.
Folding a fitted sheet, programming the thermostat, matching your socks. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with an auto owner's insurance independent agent, getting the right coverage for your home doesn't have to be one of them. So you can get back to more important things, like finding that missing sock. That's simple human sense.
Ask me, Lance Klein, at the Verduff Agency in Pella, if auto owners make sense for you.
45-23, Indianola leads Pella Christian as we welcome you back inside the Pella Real Estate Services radio broadcast booth. 3 minutes and 51 seconds remaining, and Faith Kakmarinsky has it for Pella Christian. Passes it off to Carly Anderson, and now snap pass inside for Kak. Is a little bit too strong from Maggie Heinen, and a turnover by PC.
You're looking for Pella Christian right now. You've held one of the more prolific scoring teams in Class 4A and the state of Indianola to 10 second half points right now, and you got to feel pretty good about that.
Indianola has the ball. Swing it between the rings, and controlled by Bishop. Right side for Naughton. Indianola moving from right to left. Bishop has it at the 10-foot volleyball line. Now left side controlled by Ortland. Looking inside, nothing there. Back out to Naughton. Indianola will run some clock here in the fourth quarter with a 45-23 lead. Ortland, pass to Johnston, tip stolen away.
And with Pella Christian fronting, there's a defender behind Johnston right there too. So at best, you catch that and then are immediately double teamed.
Andrew, 10 points, 10 turnovers for Indianola in this second half.
And credit the Indians defense too. They've held Pella Christian to just 7 points themselves in this second half. But that's something you would probably want to see regardless of their offensive performance, and 10 points just isn't going to cut it.
45-23, Indianola with the lead. Bishop has it on the left wing against this 3-2 zone defense of Pella Christian. Right to left for the Indians, under 3 minutes to go in the ball game. Johnston looking inside, there's nobody there. Her pass is tipped and stolen away, and it's a run out, and Jocelyn Terpstra with the layup. And tonight's drive to the basket presented by champion seed dealer Jay Boat is a Jocelyn Terpstra steal and run out layup, the 11th turnover forced by Pella Christian here in this fourth quarter. Tonight's drive to the basket grown by champion seed dealer Jay Boat, an independently owned and regionally focused seed company that strives to build and maintain the broadest portfolio of genetics and traits. Champion Seed, they only champion the best. And Emily Naughton buries a 3 in the middle of the sponsor read. She's got 8 points in the quarter. Indianola 48-25 lead, and now a foul is whistled on Indianola.
Well, for lack of a better opportunity, I will call that tonight's raise the roof moment of the game. I need the sounder. I need that one. That's presented by the Indianola YMCA. So no matter where you are on your journey, the Y is where you can be, belong, and become. Explore their offerings to discover new ways to connect your purpose, potential, and each other at your Indianola YMCA as the bench is emptied for the Indians.
And, you know, hey, you hit a three-pointer when you've gone through a drought. I think the real raise-the-roof moment of the game was that Lauren Blake barrage back
Lauren
in the
Blake,
second quarter.
20 points in the first half, and 3 threes coming from Blake in that second quarter. So if we could go back in time, we'd honor it with Lauren Blake yet again as the Blake show, as I like to call it, when she takes over the game like that.
48-25, Indianola leads with 1:34 remaining in the fourth quarter. Pella Christian has it with Heisman looking inside, instead goes back out to Terpstra, drives around a defender, kicks it back out to Kakmarinsky at the left elbow, picks up her dribble. Now Terpstra on a drive inside, gets near the bucket and flips it up and in. Jocelyn Terpstra is going to end up right at her season average. She's got 13 points. 11 of them coming here in this second half.
Do you want to mention Jillian Smith, Bryn Bishop, Taylor Powers, Dana Blake, and Trista Hawkins all on the floor now for the Indians?
Smith has it, sends it up back between the rings for Powers, and they work it onto the right side. This is Blake. Nice feed inside to Smith. Bounce pass, extra pass, shot fake and a drive around 2 defenders. Up and in for 2, Trista Hawkins with the bucket. and a quick McCoy True Value timeout.
Well, I will say Trista Hawkins hit the game winner against Glenwood's JV with almost that exact same drive just last week. And Hawkins, fantastic player, fantastic senior leader for this team. And her father, Rob Hawkins, has helped us out with the broadcast a couple of times this year, too. So good job for Trista to get the score up and in.
And Andrew, in the middle of this McCoy True Value timeout, let's take care of some post-game business and our DeArmond Ford Radio Key Play and Player of the Game for Indianola. And it's Lauren Blake. 20 points in the first half. She'll finish the game with 21. That 9-point three-point barrage she had in the second quarter, our key play and player of the game.
And not only that, but defensively, too, created a lot of opportunities and probably not as what she was looking for in the second half offensively, but did enough to put Indianola up big with that 20-point first half. She's my DeArmond Ford key play and player of the game.
And that is the DeArmond Ford Radio Key Player and Play of the Game. You'll enjoy doing business with DeArmond Ford and DeArmondFord.com. Under 40 seconds to go. It's 50-27 Indianola. Three-pointer for Pella Christian. Boom! Chloe Heisman knocks one down from the left wing to make it a 50-30 game. Here comes Indianola from right to left. Knocked away. Terpstra is looking for a steal and another run-out opportunity, but instead she commits the foul, and that is now the 6th team foul on Indianola. Well, they both have 6. Boys game coming up next. Under 30 seconds to go here in the girls' game, and Indianola is going to pick up the victory with a big stretch coming up here in the next week in the LHC. 3-ball on the way. Boom! Zoe Belt buries a 3. 53-30 Indianola. 7 seconds to go. Last shot coming from the Eagles. Heisman shot faking a drive onto the right baseline, flips it up, no good. And that is the way this ball game will end, as the rebound was controlled by Hawkins for Indianola, and it is 53-30. Indianola picks up the victory over Pella Christian in Little Hawkeye Conference action. Let's take a break inside the Cabinet Design of Pella radio postgame show, and we'll be back to Eagle Lane right after this on 94.3